Yes, welcome to Boom Talk TV, people. There's something really serious what's going on out here right now. And I don't know what's going on, but I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. But there's something serious what's going on out here right now. And if you're listening to this channel, this is Boom Talk TV. Go ahead, press that subscribe button and the notification. Let's get this stuff popping. Let's get it all sorted. Let's get it aboard. Because all the nastiness that I see what's going on in the world, we need to abort it. We need to get rid of all of this defamation, all of this assassination of people's characters. Today, I just want to talk about Bill Cosby, the famous actor, comedian, um, philanthropist, writer, director, many more accolades that you can probably find for Mr. Bill Cosby, which these accolades are some great accolades that you can try to have the self-esteem or the ambition in life to try to gain or to achieve to get there. But recently, Bill Cosby is going to be known as a guy who's a rapist. Here's a black man who's made millions of dollars and he's a rapist. And we're not talking about he raped someone 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We're talking about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, as far as even 30 years ago. So I just don't understand it that Bill Cosby, one of the greatest black men that has been put upon this earth, is now his legacy has been torn apart by something that's probably happened 30 years ago, 20 years ago. I just want to make it clear, I'm not excusing anything to do with rape. I'm not excusing anything to do with a man taking advantage of a woman. But I'm a man. I ain't got no money. And let me tell you something, man. There was a guy that was driving a brand new Mercedes E-Class, and he had a girl up in this car, and he thought this girl was the baddest shit. Now, I don't have a car. I had a bus pass, but he pulled up with this girl trying to stunt on me, and I said to the brother, I said, listen, I can get a better class of ass with my bus pass than you can with your E-Class. So even a small guy that works in a factory that has an income that can manage to buy an E-Class car, he's gonna get females. So he ain't got to rape nobody, and he's not on the level of a Bill Cosby. But what I have to be really honest and say is that I really believe that this is just something which has been going on since the beginning of time, since black people have been in exile. And what I truly believe, it doesn't matter what time of period, the timeline, whether it was 400 years ago, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, whatever timeline, whatever condition that black people were in as people of exile, we were bought and sold for the same money that we're trying to have financial freedom from. We were bought and sold for the same money that these people propagate everything that the society in the world sees right now. So I find it so hard to believe that no matter if this black man is Bill Cosby, Jay-Z, Eddie Murphy, and all of these people, that these people are selling their souls. They've already been bought and sold their ancestry for the same money. So they've already sold their souls. Their souls have been sold from once we're still in captivity because we've been sold and traded just like football players. So I don't buy into any of that bullshit. I don't buy into the fact that these people are Illuminati. You know, they were bought by the Illuminati. Their forefathers were bought by the Illuminati. If the Illuminati are well-to-do men or men who worship this or whatever they worship or whatever they do, I truly believe that the owner of the soul is the soul giver. So the one that giveth the soul is the one that owneth the soul. And the devil don't own shit. He don't own a land. He don't own a mango. He's never created a mango. He don't know nothing. You know what I mean? All he knows is that he is given his sons and his daughters and his offspring control of the earth. Uh, and you can call that any name, the elite, the Illuminati. But Bill Cosby is just one black man. And this man is a hero to me. So I just want to let people know out there, whatever you think of Bill Cosby, don't read into what is going on. I think this is a witch hunt. I think this is something which is to defame another black man, like every other man that has come through history that has tried to do good for his people that was in exile. There was a man named Christ, where he was living in a time where he was occupied. His land of people were occupied, where he had to go into Egypt in exile again. In exile, he had to go into Egypt, and then he went back home as a man and tried to stir the hearts of the people to rise up and know that there is a kingdom that is more greater than what we think there is, and give unto Caesar what is Caesar, because his kingdom will surely fall. So therefore, how are you going to condemn Bill Cosby? Because they can really condemn Christ. Christ hanged around with prostitutes. He was probably, when the crowd chose Barabbas, a known thief, a known bumbleclot, a known scunt, whatever you want to call him, Barabbas was Barabbas, but the people chose Barabbas over the one that was showing you what was good and showing you what was clean, but they defamed him. And they defamed him so much that they put him on a hanging tree. They put him on a cross. So this is the same thing which they're doing to Bill Cosby. I really believe that he has a beautiful family and he's done so much for black people. And he's done so much for me in seeing someone who's visible, who looks like me. As a kid growing up, I grew up in America. So as a kid growing up, I used to watch Fat Albert show all the time. That was one of my favorite shows. It was so educational. It was good for young black youths. So for me, I used to watch Do It Again, Let's Do It Again, Uptown. And that's where all the artists got their names from. Or Biggie Smalls got his names from Uptown. The films that he done with Sidney Poitier, another pioneer within the arts while we're in exile. So for me, I love Bill Cosby, and I just want to say that I pray and I hope that whatever defamation these people are given to him, that he'll be recognized and accepted in the kingdom of what the owner of the soul giver is going to give his children. Because this entity that has created these things that we see and has given us the power to see, to hear, to use words, and to create, do not for 1 minute believe that Bill Cosby is capable of doing all of these so-called sins and then turn around and say that he loves the Almighty. I don't think that's right. I think that these people are defaming him, and they've done that to all of our heroes throughout time, just as before when I mentioned Christ and everything. I don't know what you people think, but this is Boom Talk TV. Leave your comments. Go ahead and subscribe. Stay alive. And remember, the beast, he don't own nothing. Remember, he's always giving away shit that he don't own. He's always selling shit that don't belong to him. That is the devil. For 40 days and for 40 nights, he offered one who was chosen, and he offered the one who was chosen a whole heap of kingdoms. I don't know how you can offer things that you haven't created. I don't know how you can offer any part of the earth that you don't own or you own. No man owns any land. The land is given unto the people that exist upon the land. They call the indigenous people of the land. Therefore, there is men that came forth and said, no, we are dissatisfied with our land, so let's go and take and conquer others. So, Bill Cosby, I want to say I love you. I thank you for your contribution for the arts. I pray that my judgment is correct and that I truly believe that you are innocent and there's no need for a man of your stature to ever rape. I believe that you're innocent because the things that have happened to your son, your daughter, I think that you're innocent because of the fact that how you was treated because you tried to buy an NBC. I think that you're innocent because your wife has stood by you and she has grace in her face when you look upon her, when I see her pictures. So, Mr. Bill Cosby, I pray that God is with you. I pray that the Father protects you. And I pray that the truth will all be revealed in time. And all spirits that are living in this time, when we transition from this time into another time, may all times be remembered by the one who created the time for everyone to have time. So, Bill Cosby, one love, signing out, Boom Talk TV. Boom Talk TV.